What's up, everybody? I'm Deep, and today I'm bringing you another 1080p Wi-Fi battle. This is post-commentated. I hope you guys have been enjoying the live com VGC that I've been doing, and of course, the free-for-alls and roulette free-for-alls that I've been doing for you guys. I know you love them. I know that if you could choose, you'd probably choose to ignore the Wi-Fi battles and go straight to the free-for-alls. But I like doing competitive battling as well, so I'm going to force some of this 1080p goodness on you right now. This beautiful, beautiful 1080p goodness. And we're going to be battling against Apollo. This is a battle from my stream last night, and as you can see, he is using a Trick Room team built around Beginner. Now, Trick Room Beginner is a real threat. Soul Heart gets that boost, and it just keeps running through teams if they manage to get that Trick Room up. I'm using a really cool team that I built with MV. We actually built this team for Strippin. If you know of Strippin, he's a big YouTuber, and we were DMing back and forth. He said he wanted a team with Kamala, and he wanted a team with Mimikyu, so we decided to build this team around Kamala and Mimikyu. Dude, the Kamala is an absolute threat. Obviously, I love that Pokemon. It's so cute and so strong in the right circumstances. And of course, Mimikyu is great. Mimikyu is a great Pokemon. This team is running Jolteon instead of Marowak as my electric absorber. It's got Volt Absorb. It's a really good Pokemon. I think with Electrium Z, Jolteon's a real threat. You could also run Ghostium Z because we are running the Shadow Ball so that Marowak doesn't switch in freely. 2 Shadow Balls will knock out Marowak, so if it switches in and you predict the switch and use Shadow Ball, it will knock it out. But if you don't want to have to predict the switch, you can run the Ghostium Z, use the Ghost Z move, and knock out the Marowak instantly after it switches in on your electric move. So that is great too. We're going to jump into this battle right now against Apollo. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you guys are looking forward to it too. I really enjoyed this battle. And as I said, Beginner was the threat. Beginner with Trick Room was the threat. I assessed the threat. I knew that was the threat. So I decided to lead out with Monet Lizard, the one and only Salazzle. Salazzle's a great Pokemon. I'm a little upset that you can't get a male form. I wish that it did have a different look in the male form. But it's fine that it's a female-only Pokemon. I just like Pokemon that have genetic dimorphism, that have gender dimorphism, because I'm a geneticist at heart. He switches into Marowak, which still takes a decent chunk, 25%-ish from the Flamethrower, just showing how strong Salazzle can be. I do switch Monet Lizard out. I'm predicting an Earthquake this turn on the Monet Lizard. I'm predicting a Shadow Bone onto the Monet Lizard, and he actually goes for the Earthquake. As I said, I was predicting a Shadow Bone because I thought he would predict me to switch into Gyarados. Got a little bit tongue-twisted there, but we're gonna battle through it. We don't do retakes. So he does go for the Earthquake, does a huge amount of damage. I actually go straight for the Earthquake back at him. I think he was predicting something else because he switches into Beginner, and he does not appreciate this Earthquake to the face. Beginner is going to get 2 hit KO'd by a Kamala Earthquake, just showing how strong Kamala is. Look at that Savage. Look at that sleepy little Koala Savage. So Beginner's going to get some health back with its leftovers, but he is going to be forced to switch out this turn. He has no other choice. I'm going to click Earthquake anyway, even though I knew he would probably switch into Vikavolt, just in case he predicted me to use a return or something, predicting Vikavolt, and he went for the Trick Room. Once again, I cannot take that risk, so his Vikavolt is immune here, and I made a really bad play here. I thought he's going to go for the big electric attack. I'm going to switch in Jolteon. It's going to be fine. He predicted this. He went for the Bug Buzz, and that is going to be Jolteon falling to the Bug Buzz immediately. One of the big threats on my team, Jolteon, is very fast, and with Electrium Z, hits very hard, and instead, I lose Jolteon incredibly quickly in this battle, and it was not looking good for me at this point. I do go back into Monet Lizard because it threatens his entire team. Salazzle, a very powerful Pokemon, and I'm going to just click the Flamethrower button here, because even if he does go again into his Marowak, it's going to do another 25% damage. Every time I hit him with this, it's 25% damage. You can only switch on it 4 times. It's almost as if I've got Stealth Rocks up, but I'm not doing an attack. I'm taking him down to about 45% health here, and I am going to switch out again. This time, once again, predicting the Earthquake this time, and switching out into my Gyarados. So he goes for the Ice Beam, which was really surprising. I didn't know what Ice Beam was for. Apparently, it's for ground types, for Landorus and things like that in Post-Bank, but I don't know why you would run Ice Beam on Marowak in Pre-Bank OU for any reason. But he decides to run Ice Beam, and that's fine, because I'm going to go straight for the Waterfall here. Waterfall was my safe play, because I knew it would 2-hit KO Vikavolt, and I knew that it would OHKO Marowak. If I'd gone for Stone Edge, I could have missed Stone Edge, and that would have been very unpleasant. He does decide to switch Exeggutor in on my Waterfall. He is aware that I am Scarf. He has seen me battle. We've been battling on the stream a lot, so he did know that I was Scarf. He knew that Exeggutor was very safe to bring in. And, of course, I'm not playing any games with Exeggutor. I'm going to switch out into my Kamala and sack it off. It's very sad that I had to sack Kamala this early in the battle, but it was my best play because my game plan here is to weaken his entire team and put it in range of Metagross, because he doesn't really have any switch-ins for my Metagross with Meteor Mash and Earthquake. So if I can weaken his whole team to the point where Metagross can OHKO his entire team, then I can sweep through with Metagross, and that was the game plan. I go into Please Love Me because I want to weaken this Exeggutor. If I can get him down to about 45%, I can kill him with Metagross Meteor Mash. So I do hit him with a Play Rough. He does munch on his Citrus Berry, and then he's going to hit me back with a Flamethrower here to break my disguise. And this Exeggutor is going to show for the first time that it's the luckiest Exeggutor in the world, because it does get the burn on me with the Flamethrower. I'm luckily a Lumberry set, so it's going to break my disguise, and I'm going to munch on that Lumberry and eat it up and get rid of that burn. And then I'm going to be able to hit this Exeggutor back with a Play Rough. He is not about to lose his Exeggutor because he knows that if he gets Trick Room up, it's going to be very good for him. And now it's Mimikyu's turn to get lucky, because we're going to get a little bit of hacks here. We're going to go for Play Rough onto the Muck, and we are going to get a big critical hit. Now, I'm pretty sure my opponent is going to predict me to switch out in this turn. So I decided to actually go for another Play Rough, thinking that he wouldn't try and kill Mimikyu with a knockoff or a Poison Jab. And I was right, and he went for a Curse. This was a very good turn for me, because this means the Muck isn't going to be able to kill Mimikyu. He may have Shadow Sneak, but Shadow Sneak is not going to be enough to knock out Mimikyu at this range. Obviously, Mimikyu at full health, even after a Curse, Muck isn't going to be able to OHKO it. And I am going to be able to get off another Play Rough and put this Muck in the ground. This Muck was a huge problem for my team. Obviously, Earthquake from Metagross was enough to kill it, but it was a huge problem for everything else. And it's really nice to be able to eliminate the Muck, get rid of that thing, and move on to the next Mon. Now, my opponent played really nicely here, because with Muck going down, he does have a really good opportunity now to get up that Trick Room that he has been playing for this entire game. He really wants this Trick Room. Obviously, switching in on the Kamala Earthquake was very bad news for him, but now he knows that I cannot OHKO him. I don't carry any moves that can OHKO a beginner, even at half health, or do 50% to a beginner. So he is going to be able to get up his Trick Room, and then he is going to be able to knock out Mimikyu and get himself a nice Soul Heart boost. So it was a good turn for him to be able to bring in Meginna and get up the Trick Room, especially after Poison Touch is just whittling away at Please Love Me the Mimikyu. I am going to die here to anything. I will die to literally a sneeze from Meginna. So I'm going to go for the Shadow Sneak just to get some damage off. Why not get damage when you can get damage? He's going to go for the Flash Cannon, and that is easily going to eliminate my Mimikyu and give him that nice Soul Heart boost. He's absorbing my soul, sucking my soul into his Meginna's mechanisms, and getting that Soul Heart boost for that special attack raise. This is super scary. Meginna getting boosts in Trick Room is super scary. It was what I was talking about from the beginning. Very scared of this. Luckily for me, Monet Lizard is Focus Sash, so that is going to allow me to eliminate this Meginna without dying myself. And he predicts that, and he does switch out into Marowak. Now, Marowak's well within 2 Flamethrower ranges, but unfortunately for me, I can't let my Sash get broken right now with Trick Room up, because if I let him break my Sash, Flamethrower again to kill the Marowak, and then he goes Meginna and kills Monet Lizard, then we've got to deal with that Meginna again. So I decided to actually sack off Gyarados, switching Gyarados in on a Shadow Bone here. He went for Earthquake, then I'd be happy. If he went for Shadow Bone, then whatever, he kills me. Either way, I burn 1 turn of Trick Room, possibly 2 if he'd gone for Earthquake. And I can go back into Monet Lizard now, because he's only got 1 turn of Trick Room left. So now I can afford to let him Earthquake me while I Flamethrower the Marowak, burn that last turn of Trick Room, and then claim my victory basically with Metagross is the plan here. So I'm going to burn the last turn of Trick Room, and I am going to finish this Marowak off with a nice Flamethrower. So this Marowak only actually ever took damage from Flamethrower from a Monet Lizard, which is crazy that I managed to kill a Marowak in this battle with just Flamethrower from Salazzle. Salazzle is a boss. He has to go in Sarina here because he has nothing else that actually takes this Flamethrower, which is crazy. Again, I'm going to Flamethrower into Sarina, and he's going to be forced to kill Monet Lizard after taking a huge amount of damage. Sorry for my phone binging there. I apologize. Very unprofessional. He's going to Rapid Spin to kill me. I think just to exert his dominance. Very good way to kill someone. Rapid Spin is always a nice way to finish someone off. And then I'm going to go into Metagross, and it's time for Eds to give it to him, because I can just Mega Evolve here and hit Meteor Mash to sweep through his entire team. Now, I am at risk of missing a Meteor Mash and losing the game on a Meteor Mash miss, which would suck. Missing Meteor Mash... That's something that's hard to say, tongue twister. Missing Meteor Mash and losing the game on that would have been very, very upsetting, but I do take out the Zarina with a Meteor Mash, and I get that attack boost. Not that it matters. Vikavolt is in range of a unboosted Meteor Mash from this Metagross. Tough Claws, obviously, adamant, very, very strong. We're going to go for another Meteor Mash, knock out the Vikavolt, and we actually get a second attack boost. Now, these attack boosts wouldn't have mattered, all right? They don't matter unless I miss an attack. He goes into this lucky Exeggutor, luckiest Exeggutor in the world. This Executor doesn't mess around. I am going to go for the Meteor Mash. I am going to miss it. And then he is going to Flamethrower me and do a huge amount of damage. It's very strong Executor. Pretty sure this is the modest or whichever the nature they run on Trick Room, the negative speed plus special attack. Then he's going to harvest his Citrus Berry, munch on a Citrus Berry, taking him out of a regular Meteor Mash range. Luckily for me, I'm at +2, so we don't play around, and we are going to go for the Meteor Mash and knock out this Executor. So his dodge made up for the luck of my 2 boosts, but unfortunately, it all ended up the same, and I do take him out. And his final Mon is Magina. I think for anybody counting, it's interesting to note, he had 4 Mons against my 1 Mon. I had Metagross, he had 4 Mons left, but Metagross X is going to give it to him and finish off this battle with an Earthquake on Magina. We're not risking a Meteor Mash miss. There's no reason to miss a Meteor Mash when I can just Earthquake for 100% accuracy and defeat Apollo. It was a really good battle. I really enjoyed it. A very, very interesting team against this Trick Room team. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time.